buffering to go live. Should be good. Are we live? What are we seeing here? I'm watching my own stream. I don't know how that's going to destroy my computer, but we'll see. Okay, what are we seeing? This is buffering to go live. Okay, good.
Yeah, someone's going to go
wow,
live
this
and you're going to have
latency. I'm going to have psychosis looking at this latency. You get to see my boxing algorithm.
No, have you ever sat down with the setting that replays your voice just as you say it?
Oh, no, I have not, and thankfully for the state of my mental health, that is not been the case.
That'd be so trippy.
It 100%. Isn't that like a psychological torture that people do where they give like
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah,
What
it's
is
like with water.
Yeah, the drip torture. That's one, and then there's one where it's like they just put latency on your voice until you just don't feel like speaking anymore because you feel like you're just
Yeah.
That's how
That's
I feel
crazy.
right
I never
now.
heard of that.
Yeah, no.
They let you put it on some cases. I think there's a setting on Discord that like they used to, at least, and they used to let you hear yourself just after you spoke, and it's only for like headphone users.
Okay.
But
Oh,
every
no,
time
it's
it's
so annoying.
torture.
Yeah, I can imagine. No bueno, no good for me. Okay, I'm just doing this last touch of figuring out, making sure I'm recording in both aspect ratios. Okay. Do a test recording, then we're gonna hop back in it.
Hi, Sny. Hi, Sny. Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hello.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello, happy Monday, y'all.
Happy
Hi.
Monday. Good morning, y'all.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Just wanted for
Okay. We're live. Okay, cool. You see the whole screen. All right, bet. I'm doing the most conceited thing right now. About to put the camera on Discord whilst watching myself stream while streaming. Whilst watching myself watch myself.
Inception.
Literally.
Inception. It's actually the dreams I'm gonna have tonight are gonna be sickening. Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So
What the fuck?
YouTube looks like
Oh, I can't put camera on. at the same time.
YouTube looks like it's got maybe like a minute delay from this time. So like I guess it's working.
Yeah. Okay. Should be good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna not pay attention. If you see me looking in this direction, bottom left, you're gonna see it with the latency now. That's when I'm looking at myself on the screen, so you can catch myself being conceited in real time or with 60-second delay.
Why can't I see anything?
I think that far of a
Pop off the
delay.
soundboard.
Can we see the Discord like on the stream now or? Okay. No, yeah. Okay. There's latency, but it'll be good. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna go full screen on the Discord. Yeah. All right. Wunderbar. Okay. Cool. So first off, okay. Wait. Do we have Eamon? Is Eamon in the chat? First off, do we got Chris in here? We got.
What's up?
Jesus.
What's up?
What's good? What's good? How we doing?
Oh, so
Fantastic. Can't wait to
good.
see what everyone built.
Hyped. So hyped to see all these submissions.
Me too. Me too. And then actually, let me drop. Did you guys also see the form with? I don't think it's updated with the 57 projects, but when there was 55 projects, I dropped a file that showcased like all of the projects that are being built right now, the participants, and then it's also kind of like designed to be a little bit like an open repo where people can go and connect and see what's being built. I'm gonna drop that in the chat too, just so we can follow along project-wise.
Oh, heck.
Project directory here. Voila, let me drop that over here. Okay, boom. So I just dropped the project directory. You can go and fish through that. What I wanted to have outside of this like demo pitch as well is just kind of like, first off, I'm super glad that a lot of teams like paired together and a lot of people hopped on to different projects and different open repos and contributed in in their own separate way in their own skill sets. And I want to kind of keep that as like as an open thing going. So I want to have, you know, like a leaderboard of, not even a leaderboard, but just kind of like a directory of all the projects that were built during this hackathon, so that, you know, should you continue to build on it further, to improve on it, to implement new updates and whatnot, that you can invite more people, more developers that are funneled through the network, that are funneled through your personal networks or future hackathons, that you have, you know, a little bit more of like a high context, you know, open repo where you can share and get people to participate in your projects that might span outside of just software as well. If you're looking for graphic designers, then you can immediately deal with the front end and then see what's needed. And if you're looking for, you know, agrologists, gardeners, whatever it may be, architects, there are a lot of that. You can get people, you know, from different disciplines to connect. So that's a little bit what the HOPAMINE, a little teaser for what the HOPAMINE network is going to look like as a whole. But I want to show, you know, want to get a little MVP of the directory as we're building with this hackathon. So if ever you want to drop a future project on there, we're going to have a page on the website where you can, you know, open source a lot of your projects and ideas and get people on board, and also participate in other people's projects. So that's something we're stoked about. And yes, on that note, first off, congratulations on making it this far. Congratulations. Give yourselves a hand of applause for coming through, for building, for sprinting, for collaborating, for innovating, and having the absolute follow through. Like taking in your free time to go about building something, in your free time to build something that you think is going to help the people around you is one of the most admirable traits that I just want to continue to amplify and encourage as much as I possibly can with this conduit. And I'm really glad that in our first go at a hackathon, we were able to like get so many cool people, so many cool projects, and so much high energy and concentration despite the logistical, you know what I mean, troubles here and there. So huge shout out to y'all. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get it started. Okay, wait, a little bit more further ado, because I'm gonna look for the first person that signed up here. But, okay, as I'm scrolling here. Okay, we got Jay. Jay wanting to go first with the demo of, I don't know what the demo is, but I'll give you a quick, like 10 seconds to introduce what your demo is, and then we'll go into the 90 seconds of what the demo itself is. We'll get a little buffer going, and then in the meantime, Josh Nua, you can prepare yours in the meantime if you want to go for screen sharing, and then when Jay is ready to go, we're gonna hop into the next one. Does that make sense? Does that sequence make sense?
Are you referring to me, Jungle Master?
Yes.
All right.
Also, I can't see the full. I can't see the full username.
Ah, very good.
Okay.
I want to, yeah. All right, so I'll just share my screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna set a little timer here, and then I'm gonna set off the quack emoji when we go over time.
All right, can you guys see my screen?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
So I'll begin. So this is ChronoShare. It's a place where you trade time and not money. Neighbors have skills like sitting idle while others can't help just because they can't afford to pay $50 to $150 an hour. And we built a way to exchange them using hours, not dollars. So your hours are your currency, and you can find things near you, or you can look anywhere in the world, wherever you're near. So this is the job board. This is basically where you can find people that are looking for help, or you can help others. This is the post request. You can basically say if you're offering, you need help, what you're offering, if you want an in-person or remote, or either one, and how many hours you're looking for. And once that's done, you just go to your profile, and you see these pending, they're like transactions, and you can click on them and you can see the email, so you can email the person if like where to meet them, and you can look at their profile, how many how much exchanges they've done, how many hours they have. And also, as a community thing, we added a community pool which you can donate to, and basically the way it works is if you help people and donate hours, you can get hours. And basically we built this due to the fact that people don't always have money to pay for skills that they desperately need, but they have things that they can give. And it's a great way for the community to just share their skills. We have multiple languages. You can request any language you want. And yeah, united we are stronger. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Wait. That is super dope. I love like the UI too.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
MSN Messenger, like
Yeah.
really, it's very lively, super optimistic feeling. Like I look at this and I immediately feel good. I like that there's the actual globe mechanic too. Seems like a very intuitive process. I really like the exchanging hours as well, that you can bank hours by the services that you render to others. And I think that's like, yeah, a great, I think Jessica Friday would be very stoked about that in terms of a we economy, a circular economy, and a labor and a help first economy that's put into practice in a beautiful aesthetic way. The ethos, the mechanic, the idea all represent themselves very clearly in the same principle. So very, very stoked about that. Is that the team that's in there?
This is the team,
Okay,
yes.
nice.
Yep.
Very cool. Shout out to the whole team.
Yeah, shout out to my team.
Yes, good. All right, cool. Another round of applause. As we prepare for Joshua. Thank you very much for presenting. As well, if you guys are in the queue, I'm just like scrolling down from when you guys originally, signed up and raised your hand and showed interest. So I'm just really scrolling downwards from there. So Joshua, there's N8, Arab as well. I'm just seeing the little profile header as well. So I don't see the whole profile name, but we got E ... and then Penguin. So if you see yourselves in that queue, you can just prepare your ideas and your demos in that order, because I'm literally scrolling down the same.
Wait, just a question. How do you check the queue?
The queue, I'm scrolling down. So I'm just reacting to Jungle's right now profile user texted at 11:01 p.m. And I'm literally scrolling down to everybody that's like raised their hands and reacted to who wants to go next. So we got Jungle, Joshua, N8, Arab.man, or with the penguin, and then actual penguin with the club penguin profile picture, and then Gank tagging Lex Fantasia, etc., etc.
Wait, sorry, where's the queue?
This is in the chat, on the written chat.
Do you wanna have them put Q in all caps so that you can see where it is? Because otherwise it's gonna get lost in chat.
Should I put Q in all caps?
It'd be easier for like other people because
It'll be easier.
apparently everyone else is speaking in the chat as well.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. I should do what? I should write Q in all caps and then let people fill in from there?
Oh, my bad. No, I was saying that like if anyone wants to like present, then they should just say Q in all caps.
Oh,
then you
yeah.
can keep track.
Yeah, great idea. Yes.
Right.
Okay, I'm hopping into the stream now. I'm seeing Joshua. Let me know you're ready, and I'll set the timer up. Yeah, we got the Pokemon.
I am.
Go. All right, beautiful. I love you're ready. All right.
Sorry, I just want to say something. Yeah, so my name is Sujal,
Mhm.
and then also like my teammates end up leaving like last minute, so this was like a soul hack.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, swag. Solo hack coming
All
right.
right,
Floor is yours.
I am. So 30 seconds. That's all it takes for someone to improve their city. Users can identify problems in their city, provide the location using 3 different ways, such as dropping a pin. Then they can provide evidence of the incident, and then they can submit the report. And this all occurs within 30 seconds. And this completely reduces the slow city to citizens channel and makes it extremely fast. From there, they can also see their profile, see their activity, see the badges they've earned, their inbox, and so on. And they can also see the community section where they can see how many people are active, the leaderboard, live activity, and such on. But the only way a product like this is truly useful is if we make city officials' responses rapid. So in order to accomplish this, what I did was I built a complete RAG engine with a fully autonomous multi-step AI agents. And officials can see all incidents that occur. The agents can do image analysis, identify spam risk, triage incidents, find related incidents to see if multiple people are reporting about this issue, and quickly find all relevant documentation using our agents that search our vector database. Now, our agents are autonomous, but our operators have full control, so they can approve actions like sending emails. They can also quickly view all the activity that each agent is currently doing, and they have full control through the controls panel as well. And we can also see other incidents. So we have emergency guardrails so that people aren't submitting things that should be submitted to 911. And then there's also spam risk, such as the description does not match the image content, and that comes from our AI agents analyzing the image. So yeah, that's pretty much my pitch.
Very good. My goodness.
Hey, really nice work on the scripting of that pitch. I want to say that was really, that sounded cool, bro. That sounded nice.
That was really good. Yeah, I'm excited to see what your video demo looks like, because I was like, I heard the rehearsing in that in the best way possible. Like there's preparedness there.
Thank you.
Great energy. Also, yeah, terrific demo for like a solo build. This is incredibly thorough and incredibly well thought out. I can see how easy and seamless the real world application would be for this, and like the layers that you put in terms of ensuring that each one of the ideas can like thoroughly be executed based on, you know, how available the problems are and how obvious they are made. I think it's a really good way of like crowdsourcing people's interest, and then, you know, showcasing actionable ways that you know, local organizations can go about solving for the city. We need that in Montreal expeditiously, with zoom lenses, telephoto lenses aimed at each one of the potholes that are available in the streets, because there are too many.
Yeah, thank you.
To get that fixed ASAP. Thank you for presenting that. That was really good. Is this the next demo that's already lined up, N8 over here?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine. Okay, whenever you're ready to go.
Zoom lenses, telephoto lenses aimed at each.
Oh, you listening? Whoever's listening to it on YouTube at the same time, mute themselves. I'm gonna lose my mind.
All right. So I realized that I may have made this as hard to demo as possible here, but here's the little video of this. So basically, I made a bus stop display. It's a super cheap, informal type bus stop display where you can effectively, you can put these at any bus stop around your city. I created a script that uploads a binary to this little device that says, okay, here's when the buses are coming. Because I realized, like, the bus systems, at least in North America, are kind of the backbone of most of our transit agencies. In reality, there's very little rail systems in the United States. So, but we really don't dedicate any infrastructure to buses. So giving something that allows people to kind of do tactical urbanism and put a display at their bus stops to kind of show when buses are coming kind of helps to legitimize them as like a actual source of transit in the United States.
Very cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Is there like is there a demo here? Because I'm seeing just like the file format thumbnail. So
yeah, let me pull it back up. It's really short. I wasn't really sure how to. Yeah, there's the display there. It's just 2 minutes. You can see the bus that's slightly down there.
Yeah.
Then I had to get out of the way because the two stopped and thought that I was going to get on it. Wasn't. But yeah, that was the demo.
Okay, very cool. So what like originally prompted this this solve? Like where was it coming from a place of you wanted to see like a little bit more legitimacy around public transportation, or was it like a personal issue that you're dealing with, you want to make a scalable issue around, or a solution around rather?
Yeah, so I've lived in Atlanta for like 5 or 6 years now, and I find whenever I talk to somebody about taking our public transportation agency, MARTA, somewhere, they're like, oh, it doesn't go there because the train doesn't go there. But I'm like, the bus goes there. The bus goes, especially with kind of the new design of the bus system, it goes most places in the city. It's just nobody thinks about that. And nobody really goes out of their way to take the bus unless you like are kind of strapped for ways to get around. And so this is just kind of a way to legitimize that, yes, the bus system does exist and it does actually go places. And if we can devote to actually creating these, like actually putting infrastructure at the bus stops, we can try to incentivize people to take the buses.
So I'm just taking note of that. We're very cool. Thank you for that. Round of applause, round of applause. Clap it up, folks. Whoa. You all got way cooler sound effects than me. What is that? Okay, cool. I gotta get on my, oh, I can add a sound? Okay, later. Nice. Oh, I'm about to get so disrespectful with this sound adding. Okay, cool, but in a cool way. Who we got next? We got Arab next.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
1 second, let me get the stream up. 1 moment.
You want to tell us a little bit about your idea so far in the meantime?
Yeah, so it's in essence a sustainability coach powered by AI. His name is Javi. So I've got the landing page up.
Nice.
So users will first see this. And essentially what it does is after answering a few questions from the onboarding and signing in, it's going to give you 3 habits for that week that you can essentially build on. And whilst you develop those habits, it tracks, estimates how much CO2 you've saved from being emitted into the environment and your other pollutants. It also tracks how much money you've saved and how much water you've saved and energy too. So yeah, you start step 1, take the assessment, 5 quick questions. You get a score out of 100 to see where you're currently at in terms of your environmental impact. And then you get 3 habits to implement for that week. Some examples of that, different habits. And then yeah, so after a user presses login, so I've already signed in with my account, but if we can log out, then I show you the steps when you make a new account.
Yeah, show us your password too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see the password, but I turned off email verification at the moment because just for the demo.
Yeah, no problem.
But when it's actually working, it would send a verification.
Okay.
Anyway, so you start with giving a name. And then you put in your city. And then you just answer the rest of the onboarding questions.
Very cool.
So questions like how do you usually get around? I went past that pretty fast. So water use. And then all of this gets fed into the AI at the end. So your waste, of course. And your main motivations. So let's say you want to save money, help the environment. And then your main focus. So we'll put a little bit of everything. And then the AI loads, does the thinking, and it gives you your 3 habits for this week to adopt.
Okay.
So it said air dry laundry instead of using a dryer. So it gives an estimate of how much that would save. And then you click let's go, and you're started. So in the My Journey tab, you can see your score, which was generated based on those initial onboarding questions. And then you can also see the 3 habits that the AI picked for you. Okay. And as the day goes, you click log, and it tracks that. And then eventually, say when that's done, you click mark as absorbed. So you've absorbed that habit. It's now essentially a part of your natural day-to-day life. So you don't need to keep doing that every single day on the app, right? You've absorbed it. And it goes onto the absorbed section.
Okay.
Same for the rest of them. Let's say you've done all 3 habits for that week. It tells you that the habits for this week are already absorbed, and then it tells you when the next ones will be generated by the AI In the meantime, you can go to the feed section and you can look at different habits that you're interested in implementing. So let's say I want to do this to help my transport, or say I want something to do with food, so reduce meat for 3 days, for example. I'd click there to try the habits. I can go to my journey and then log them in the same way.
Okay, very nice. Okay, we're running overboard on time here, but thank you very much for the demo. Give me a little clap it up.
Okay, just a couple seconds just to show this. So there's like community section as well, so nearby initiatives, and the overall impact. Yeah, that's the app.
Are you, so you're based in London, right?
Yeah, based in London.
Okay, do you guys have like local, I guess like community rewards, like carbon credits or like tax credits or like that kind of like, you guys have like live electricity meters and that kind of thing over there?
Yeah, we do. We have smart meters.
Okay, cool. So that's something. So your main demographic that you're targeting is like everyday people, so that they can also benefit from like the saving of their energy costs and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean the main demographic would be people who wanna, who maybe don't know how they could help the environment and maybe save themselves money as well and save energy.
Yeah.
And so what Happy would do is just literally feed them habits and what they can implement in their life, right? And obviously it goes based on what you want to do, so it's tailored.
Is this like paired or synced with any like current green initiatives that London may have in place?
So the plan is, yes, you'd go here and you'd see initiatives nearby.
Okay.
Right? You'd be able to see different things that can help in your solar punk journey, I suppose.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Next we got ET bars, et bars, ET bars, et bars.
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, awesome. Okay, here, let me try to do a screen share here.
Arab, you're gonna need to disconnect from the stream real quick.
Oh gosh, how do I do this? Here, I'm gonna just do the entire screen, I guess. Can you guys see that?
Watch. Yes. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So grassroots.earth empowers nature restoration around the world through teacher residencies. So it's a three-way marketplace that matches skilled practitioners, biobuilders, food forest designers, mushroom growers, and beekeepers with living landscapes that are already building the future. So like permaculture gardens, agroforestry systems, regenerative farms, and rewilding initiatives. So these are the places that are already doing the work we urgently need, restoring soils, water systems, and biodiversity. But it could take years before they sustain the communities behind them. Right now, less than 1% of landscape finance reaches local practitioners. Most pioneers are left competing for the same grants. You know what? I got a script here, but I'm just going to show you guys the website. So the idea is basically a three-way marketplace where we connect host sites, where somebody signs up, offers their land up to somebody, and then those sites host what we call teacher residencies. And so this is kind of the main showcase of our demo here. This is what we call the residency studio. So basically you come in here, you decide what you want to teach or what kind of knowledge you want to share, and then you get matched with a host site which will host your residency. And then you choose your start date. You can add your custom teacher style, your signature activities, or anything that kind of makes it yours. And then over here, the residency studio will kind of give you like an idea of what your itinerary for the course would look like. Let's see if it loads up here. So here's like an example of a course you might want to teach. So you go in here, you would go through the studio, and you can see like what you would earn if you were a teacher. So like price per student here would be like 260 pounds. Your material cost, you can kind of edit that if you want. How many students are enrolled, and then this is how much you would make if you were a teacher to go in here and create this course. So then that creates your listing, which then goes over into the courses here.
Okay, thank you very much.
And here's all. Yeah. Okay.
We're a little short on time, but that was very much. Let's clap that up first off. Expanding that, very cool. And then I had a quick question. When you said host sites, do you mean like in-person sites or host websites, as in the platform is serving as an aggregate?
No, like actual physical places. So like
Okay.
regenerative farms,
Okay,
permaculture farms. Yeah,
Okay,
things
good
like
to
that.
know. Cool, thank you very much. That was very super practical. I think that like this software like plugs into like the commune ecosystem very, very well, very seamlessly. I got somebody to connect you with for that. I think that'll be a really cool, a really cool connector for them for sure, because they're super tapped into the commune space. Okay, cool. Now we got Penguin. Was that Penguin just now, or no? That was ET Bars.
Yeah, it's me now.
Let's go.
Still in high delirium state, so my bad, gang.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. Welcome to Mutual Map. Sorry, you guys ready? Okay. Yeah, welcome to Mutual Map. So one of the big goals that I wanted to have was inspire individual action that can be measured and then give an indication of how much the community has benefited the planet, like helped the planet in total. So we do this through like optimization of routes as a baseline, and we kind of have that calculated and shown how carbon emissions and fuel and time is saved to raise the incentive of people trading and bartering instead of going to like a store. So on our map, we'll have something like all of these different items. These little lines here are based on what you've traded in the past. So you can kind of see your network grow over time. I'm also like, I'm Oxford based, but like we put this in like middle of London because that's where everyone is. So yeah, you can look at all of the items. You can kind of go and you can kind of propose trades. When you're happy with one of them, you can build a route planner. So let's say I've got about 3 hours to kill. I want to set a journey of like 10 a.m. I'm going to go by car, starting from home. And then there's a couple of things that I want to do from the list that I've already pre-agreed. And all of these tasks operate within those time windows. So everyone in like these listings said that within this time you can visit. You can plan the route, and it should come up with so this is like an internal algorithm, which is nearest neighbor. And this calculates and can send it to your maps. So you can route plan, and it will take you through the journey.
Nice.
There's no like vendor lock-in, so everything works like outside. You can download ICS, and this saves to your calendar. Like any calendar you want as well. So like you don't even have to use the internal ones. So like if you already use stuff, you can move it there. And then so you've got distance saved, you got CO2 avoided, fuel saved, and time saved. That appears in your profile over time, and then also in the main area, that should accumulate so everyone can see how much everyone has collectively saved. And then we've got other stuff, like we've got like a world map of alternatives, so like we've got mutual aid groups and like everything like that. So if we go back to the map, what I've done is I've created action zones. So based on the people's distances, you can view their route, their like area, and then you can check out, like, see the trusted scores, and then the last one is like you can just see other ventures that you can track. So the whole thing's modular. You can keep on adding to it.
Very cool.
But,
Thank you.
Any questions?
The post-nap delirium served you well. Very, very cool.
Yeah, thank you. Usually I'm more harsher. But yeah, any questions?
No, I don't have a question. I have like an appreciation for one of the features. I think it's really cool that you've integrated outside of apps into like calendar and maps to like plan out like physical routes too. I think it makes it a lot easier for, it lowers the barrier of actual like of the logistics of planning out a lot of these projects and having a weekend if people are pinched for time and they want to get a lot of trades and services exchanged in one swoop. You've made that a lot more efficient, so that on the user friendliness scale, I just wanted to give props to that, because that's a really good addition as well. Well thought out.
Thank you. Yeah, it works. It works anywhere, and it's just a basic algorithm. So like it's pretty optimized, sort of local to the app as well, and it uses open source tech. So like everything can be open sourced.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Penguin. One more round of applause for that.
Thank you.
Okay. Up next we got Gank. Or Gank.
Yep. That's us. We have Alex as well.
Okay.
We will be doing the quick introduction, and then I'll be doing the demo right
Okay,
after.
perfect. Let me know when the introduction's done, and I'll get the timer going. Also, I'm giving a little bit more than 90 seconds. I'm sure you've realized, but I give 90 seconds. I put the quack, and then when I put the quack, like just try to wrap up towards like what features you haven't covered yet, and then I'll go into questions as well. But I'm realizing the depth of a lot of these demos too, so I want to give time for people to see them.
Perfect. All right, so good evening and good morning, everyone. I'm Lex Fantasy, and my teammate is Gank, and welcome to the beginning of your fight against environmental misinformation.
Okay, so our solution was a Google extension. You can see right here. You just download the zip file right through our GitHub. It contains the Green Hackathon folder, which has right there the Google extension. From there, we can just open the extension manager and in extensions, load unpacked, select our file right here, and you're all set up. From now on, you just search as usual. We focus mainly on user friendliness and just quick integration with your search. So we're gonna spin an environment related question just so we can give it a try. We're doing the spin the wheel right here live. And what do you do to save water? We can ask a question related to water. So what are water concerns in this environment? Excuse my spelling. And immediately you're going to see the top 3 results are right from our extension. You can see the green background. And these are 3 reliable sources that our machine learning algorithm running locally in your computer identified. On the other hand, you search something completely unrelated, like, is AI going to kill us all? Nothing really happens. It's able to detect your prompt is unrelated and lets you continue with your current workflow. That's it. You can search anything environment related and you will have your assistant right there. Thank you.
Very cool. Great concise pitch as well. Great idea. Yeah, I think that's like a feature that Ecosia would want to buy up, honestly. Like that's having a green first AI response. I've seen a huge like cultural shift of people like making a point to mute Gemini as soon as it pops up with a suggestion, which is often hallucinated. And I found it actually really funny when the demo, when it was like, what? Is AI gonna kill people? Nah, man, I would never do that. But yeah, shout out. I really like the way that's looking so far. Is the demo, was the spin the wheel like a part of it in any type of way? Is that like a feature that you've integrated into the app? Or
No,
like,
we just...
Okay, that was just for the demo.
We just wanted to try it live.
Okay,
this
cool.
was actually based on one of the wrong AI responses we had to an environmental question, and it just hallucinated a made-up response. And we have a list. Lex did a lot of the research, and it's based on a bunch of research that was her field before.
Okay.
We just wanted to keep it simple and just make it actually useful for schools, like Ecosia, or anything related.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. All right, thank you very much. Great pitch, great ideas, and now we're on to Atlas. Well, Atlas, you were in a project. Are you doing 2 projects?
Hello. Yes. So
Okay.
I'm in 2 groups and 2 teams.
Swag.
So yeah, I will share my screen now. Let's see. Able to share. Okay, this one right here. Okay. All right. So I'm so nervous.
It's all good.
Okay.
You want to do an intro first, or?
So yeah, so essentially I am an energy healer and artist, and I also know my way with a bit of vibe coding, and I know that there's a lot going on with like how AI is. I feel like I wanted to do it in a sustainable way. So I had created this with like an AI and an AI tool, and so yeah, let me get into what this is. So essentially, this is a space for artists, healers, builders, honestly, anyone that has something that they want to offer. They get to have a space here where they get to share that. And for the Green Hackathon, I built the Heartlight Exchange, which is where you can you can cast a wish and include what you want to happen in this wish with multiple roles. So there are multiple roles within the wish exchange. And what's really cool is it's also based on a mutual aid as well. So 99% of the profits flowing from the it flows right back into the Heartlight Collective and the initiatives that are with that, such as Earth conscious initiatives and technology, climate action projects, community resilience, and yes, aligned exchanges that serve our greatest and highest good. And yes, so that I have an open collective as well, which I am in the process of setting up. Like honestly, I would love more help with this too. Like I feel like I have it in a really great place, but I know there's just like so much to this that like, that's like why I built it too, is like anyone who really wants to and feels aligned with this project, like and just like what we are doing with it. Like I think it's great to have so many diverse spaces like these, and like because like there's like it's like and everyone like feels called to either like being like, and honestly like within these you can have your own like your own community or organization as well, and like have offerings as well within there. And there's different ways to like contribute to that as well, like and there's like direct mutual aid that's currently actively set up. But yeah, that is my project. And yeah, if you feel called to joining it, I have it in the demo. And yes, thank you for your time. And yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful pitch. I also feel like the live demo, it fits a lot of your world and your aesthetic. Like I looked at the page and it feels like this is like I could get some sound healing on this platform. Like it is very coherent with that.
Yeah.
With that visual aesthetic.
Yeah, for artists and healers, and like I feel like that's like the main like I wanted to just like make sure that like when we are offering these new platforms that there's also spaces for artists and healers too, because I feel like that's kind of a group that maybe like feels like they might feel forgotten or something like that. And so like just like remember that that's also like we are in a co-creation in life, and like just having that space. So yeah.
Yes, thank you for that. I think this will kill in Montreal
Thank
as well.
you.
Like Montreal has got Montreal, Berlin, Copenhagen, like a lot of artist dense, cities in populations will definitely vibe with that, 100%. So
Yeah, and thank
product market
you
fit.
for also putting this on the Green Hackathon. I really appreciate it.
Of course, pleasure. Many more to come. IRL as well. Looking forward to that. So up next we got. Oh wait, no. Laura was Laura on the same team, or am I misreading this line here? Laura, are you up next?
I'm after Flower Robot Hands. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Flower Robot Hands is a different team. Okay. Cool. Okay. Flower Robot Hands. And
it's Lotus Flower Bot.
My bad. I mispronounced.
Oh, you're good. Actually, my name is Virgie, and here with me is Vladimir. And we'd like to introduce you to Green Quest. The challenge we're currently solving is the fact that sustainability education is often abstract and disconnected from what people actually want to learn, and it rarely turns personal interests into practical actions. So, here at Green Quest, we say learn what you love, turn it into care, craft, and action.
Okay, so I will log in the application to show you. I'm sorry, my English is not very good, so
No, all good.
okay, so here you can choose like one topic to start learning, for example, gardening, and it's going to use your current location to find quests that you can do to start learning. The path starts with explore, then you can start making, improving, experimenting, connecting, and ending with teaching. So it's really connected to your local community. There you can also get like tasks that are generated from your local organization's request for service. For example, you can be asked to join a community kitchen for a shift. There you can see that we have a separate login for organizations that can send new requests for services that are attached to their location. So the system will try to pair the people trying to learn new skills and the necessities for their in their communities. Once a user learns all he wants to learn, he can look for new side quests in the city, and sort them for distance and for topic. Then he can choose, for example, I want to be part of this digital alphabetization, and just click in the location and start planning my route to this place. I can also contact directly the organization and ask if for further information or something like that. And in their application, they can mark the request as filled. Just for close up, we create this like light mode, dark mode, and a functional Android application.
What was the last one? It's a functional what application?
Android.
Oh, Android. Okay. Oh, sweet.
So, yes. Green Quest allows you to discover new opportunities to practice and develop your skills while helping the people and organizations around you. For organizations, it provides a simple way to request support from your neighbors by creating service requests, which are visible by the users. So, through long-term collaborations, volunteers are able to, access requests without waiting to be assigned by the system.
Very cool. And is that that request board is like live updating constantly, or do you set it by by specific field? Like, are you going to get requests or like options to partake in like quests that are not of your skill set, or are you keeping it like hyper segmented in that way?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You can choose any opportunity available in your area, not just from your current learning paths.
Okay.
But a big part of the learning path too is by the end of it, it gives you quests to go and teach it, but also it gives you a quest to go and meet other people that are already doing it.
So when
learning your knowledge, so you can also share your skills with the next person.
Okay. And do you have any type of how would I say, like not guideline, but a barrier to the qualifications of a person being able to share a skill, or like is there background checks or that kind of thing just to vet for skill proficiency?
Yeah.
Well, it's AI.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
We would love to have like a know your customer service, so we can, for example, request for background checks in people that it's going to help in places where there are children present. But we couldn't add it in the MVP for time reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's I just thinking about, like, I'm poking around and asking questions about the overall vision as well. Like, I don't expect everything to be fully fleshed out in the demo. Again, we're going for sprints and concentration. But I love the concept. I love even the UI. Like, I really love the interface itself. I think pairing like the cutesy green background with the 16-bit graphics, it really does. Yeah, it does feel very gamified. It feels like a Tamagotchi, and it feels like something that can appeal to all ages in that sense. It has that universality to it. So congrats to that. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Up next, we got Laura.
Hello. Can you see my screen?
Yes, my see.
Okay, so we're going on the theme of mutual aid again. Nice. I think a lot of us converge in the same direction. MyC is very focused on the neighborhood scale. You probably bought a tool one day and it's been sitting on your shelf or in your closet and you're never using it again, and someone else needs this tool. Well, we can just share what we have. A lot of the things that people need is already on their street, and turns out not a lot of people know their neighbors. So MyC is really aimed at connecting people in their neighborhood. The name comes from mycelium and my city, so it's quite, I don't know, nice. It's quite cute. I like it. Yeah, right. And the idea is to give first. You have something to offer, whether it's a skill, it's time, it's food, it's a tool, whatever it is, and then you find a match of people that are nearby. So, all right, it works everywhere, right? Everybody has a neighborhood and everybody needs to know their neighbors a little bit more. So here's the app. On the onboarding, you start by telling your location, picking your country, wherever. I'll just skip through a little bit for time. You can select what you can give to your neighbors, some tools, some repair, spare produce, a spare hour, what you would like to learn, certain skills, or what you could use a hand with, like I don't have a car, but rides would be super helpful. Definitely want to learn a new language, blah, blah, blah. Once you enter the comments, so this is like a very simple app, so it's accessible for everybody. You basically have a list of everything that is being offered or requested in your neighborhood. And you can filter either by offers or requests or events even. And you have this map where you see everybody, and they're all connected. And the idea is that when you connect with someone, a thread grows. So for example, if you reach out for some cherries, reach out to Sarah, it's all seeded with like demo data, obviously, but the backend is there. And then you mark the exchange complete, and then a new thread grows on the map between you and Sarah, somewhere in there. So the idea is to really connect everybody like a mycelium network and be able to just share more of what we have and receive more. So you can see how many times people received or donated, what they offer. So it's quite simple, but hopefully it helps people connect and, lend a hand. Like I would definitely help moving a couch on Saturday. It helps also people that are older. Like if you need someone to help with your garden, I've seen a lot of that in my neighborhood. There's a lot of older people with gardens. So yeah, that's kind of the simple, and here's what happens if you add one: offer, request, skill share, barter, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of the main idea with MyC. It's just getting people in touch in their neighborhood, and you can have a radius. So yay. Thanks, guys.
I'm glad you brought up the radius too, because I was gonna say like where are you guys coming up with these gifts, bro? This is insane. I need to get my gift game up. This is incredible. Very, very great presentation. Was this a solo build, Laura?
This is what you said?
Was this a solo build?
I was supposed to have a team, but it was complicated. So basically, yes, I made all this.
Wow, congratulations on that.
I got some inputs on I think a lot of people converged with the same idea, and we were not sure if we had to combine or separate or whatever. So it was a bit messy, but we made it through.
No, it's all good. I mean, you made it work. And do you have a lot of experience with with UI design in general, or like the UI? There's a lot of like cool little touches, like the mouse overlapping when you'd go over a button, and it would change the complementary color. That was
thanks. I'm a designer turned developer thanks to AI, so I'm hoping I can bring some fun into the design. Like software doesn't have to be boring.
I couldn't agree more. I made a video about that, but then I stopped sharing. I was gonna share it, but then I didn't because we already had too many people signed up for the hackathon. I didn't want to draw more people in, but yes, you're 100% right. And yeah, I like that it does have that inclusivity for all ages. I'm seeing like a common theme here, and this is what I brought up early on as well. Like a lot of us are looking to build towards, one facilitating sovereignty, the other one, like upskilling and just, allowing people to go from uninformed optimism to informed action. And then, that same thing where,
Totally.
Mutual aid, we're going back to mutual aid. We're building these softwares and, you really lined it up and hit the nail on the head with the MyC as a name. And I think that's representative of like the movement of a lot of the ideas that are shared in this sprint that, we're developing these network facilitators and hubs. So one thing I want to, harp on is, and, like I'm saying this just as a note for like, future builds and whatnot, is developing the proper, this is like a marketing thing too, but the ease of entry for a person to get onto the software itself, right? So like just when developing these things, ask yourself the question of where people are going to find this in real life. Like where is it that they're going to find out about your idea? Obviously social media is a good way, but a lot of these have real world integrations that can easily, take place and be set up with a QR code in, local mutual aids or local shelters, food banks, that kind of thing. So just kind of when developing these things, think expansively outside of the software world as well. And I think that you guys are going to find yourselves being able to immediately get some real life feedback in a tangible way for your demos. So if ever you guys are looking to get some live rounds done up and some live testing either this week or just in general for ideas, really consider where people are going to find you in real life. But yeah, outside of that, I'm very, very stoked about that. So Laura, thank you for the great presentation.
Thanks. Sorry, my internet crashed during your last speech, so I don't know.
Oh,
but
good. Somebody will have the right GIF to express that. Somebody will have the exact GIF of what I said. Somebody's gonna have the B movie in one GIF, and then it's gonna be the dialogue that I just said just now. And no, but all I was saying essentially was like, like we're building towards, like a lot of people in and outside of this network are building towards solutions that help bring organizations together, from food banks to shelters to mutual aid. And I just encourage people to think outside of where the software solution is into where that solution integrates into real world. And I was just encouraging people to, like, something as simple as setting up QR codes at each one of these real life points where people can take this software and you can get real life feedback on how this is actually helping and benefiting people. Because once the thing that marketplaces require is that's like a very particular conundrum that in the software space is that marketplace apps tend to run into, is that we're building towards a marketplace but not having the market within the marketplace yet. So that's where I just like saying like soft launching these ideas in places where there is real life integration happening, so that you can get the real life feedback loop of seeing what's working and what issues are really being asked about in high density and high concentration. That's all I wanted to add to that.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted to say, like, I'd love to team up with other people. I think we're all kind of, going the same direction. So instead of making the same app with slightly different features, like we could just make one fire app that satisfies everybody or as much as possible. And I think we would have something a lot more robust and cool, like.
100%.
Anyways.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more to that. I third that proudly. But yeah, more on that later. So right now we got Enzone with a 3, and Rigashakos. Rigashakos.
So what's good?
How do I pronounce that? Rigashakos?
Oh, it's Rocky Chacos.
Fuck. All right, listen, my bad. I didn't mean to swear, but yeah.
All right, wait.
Rigashakos.
Let me share with you real quick. Alright, so hey guys, so me and Enzon, we're a high school team based in Miami, Florida.
Nice.
And this is our project Flora. Mm-hmm. So before I start showing what Flora is, I want to talk more about how we got to this. So our school, we've been building like a food garden for the community, and our teacher who's like organizing all of it, he's talking about how he wanted an identification engine Like, it would be cool if people could just scan plants and see if they're edible or not, and like start to grow them, because that's the whole reason we're making a food garden in the first place. So Flora is our response to that. So here you can see you can choose either between a PlantNet, which is our provider, and a local host model. So like you can go back to it if you're like out of tokens. Like here you can take a photo, and let's say I want to use this. Like here, identify plant, and I see. So I'll be switching to this right now. I see. So it seems that it might be down for a bit. You guys, you gotta trust it works. If you can watch a demo video, it works. Please, it works. Trust me. But yeah, we wanted to go for like a very minimalistic model, and this like we wanted to have a local host model for every region, but it's hard to find models that are for this in the first place. It took a lot of effort to make this one. Yeah, I mean, it works, guys. It's cool. Trust me, it works. But yeah, this is what we wanted to do.
Give me a second.
You can find if you can find if plants are edible or not, and you can grow them. It also, if you see our demo, it also shows you how to cultivate the plant, and it shows
Okay,
and it like links you to resources.
Reload the page.
And it also shows you the weather and all those other things you need to grow a plant. We reached out to multiple
It's up now.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, let's see.
Sorry about that.
No worries at all. This is to be expected as well.
Oh,
like,
wait, it's
demos
working.
get
Thank
finicky
God.
sometimes. Pew! Oh, I should get a real life air horn. I need one.
Yep, it's gonna go. Just give it a second.
Yeah, we're just showing off our local model.
Since it's, of course, a small computer, it takes a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, but but it's quite accurate. We've checked it a lot of times. Any century now.
I swear, it worked before. I don't know what happened.
It's all good. It's part of the game, baby. Part of the game. But
Yo,
if it's not loading right now, you can give us like a quick quick little visual.
Yeah, let me pull up.
Wait, let me switch to
because it worked in the demo. You can just give it a different photo.
I'll just switch to it's not because of the photo. It's just because of the model. You know what? I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm gonna cut it short here. So sorry for it's not working, but please, if you ever got to watch a demo video, it works. Trust me, guys.
You want to drop a link to the demo video? Maybe you can just stream that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I just don't want to waste any more of other people's time.
That's all good.
We're so sorry, guys.
Yo, I sent the link in the chat, by the way.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Is it the Google Drive?
Hey, I just want to say real quick, this is a rite of passage, everybody. If your demo doesn't work live, congratulations, you have now made it past. You've made it through the valley of despair. You have done a hackathon. It's a real moment. Congratulations on having your first failure live in front of everybody. Yay! Every single one of us has gone through having a demo not work live when you're in front of a whole bunch of people. So good job for getting out there and being brave.
Absolutely. Okay, let me know when and if you drop the link to it. Does it say here? Okay, I'm seeing it here. Is everybody watching the link, or should I just stream it on my behalf? Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I think you should just stream it.
Okay,
It'd be
cool.
easier
Stream
for
it.
everyone.
Let me do that real quick. Share
Yeah.
screen. Change stream. Entire screen. There you go. All right, here we are. Let me know if you guys can hear. I don't know if there's sound. I can't hear.
Cannot hear if they're talking, but can see the demo. Plants for a future.
Yeah, I also can't hear, but I don't know if the demo included sound as well. It might have been soundless with a, but I'm not getting sound on my end either. Local model. Oh, that's interesting. I like the integration of like local forecasts too. That's a good touch. It'd be cool to see like the correlation between like the environment and where these plants prop up at the same time. I think that'd be like a cool way to get like a little bit of backlog about each one of them. Somebody dropped a reference saying that it reminded them a little bit of like a plant. What was the name of the app? iNaturalists. There's also the idea. I think I emailed you guys about this about the My Mushroom Picture app or Picture Mushroom app, where they provide a little bit of like background about the history of the discovery of the species that you're taking a picture of, and then also shows a little bit like about the climate, a lot about the environment that they grow into, and kind of gives like mycologists some context onto where they can find this in future, in future walks and foraging trips. So that's like a cool little touch that could be integrated as well, just to give it that little extra bit of information retention that people can go home and feel like they've learned a little bit about, outside of not getting poisoned and dying, which is, primary info number one. But that's good for the curious people out there. What? All right, now we got Nikki, N-I-K-K-I-E.
Hello.
Hello.
One moment while I share my screen. Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, everyone. I'm here on behalf of my team at Green Garden. Also, shout out to Ecosia. I'm so glad to be hosting this demo on Ecosia specifically. Anyways, in the solar punk community, there's many people who garden, who'd like to start, or who'd like to encourage their neighbors to get into it. Sustainable gardening should be for everyone, yeah? Well, thing is, today's standard practices push people to overuse pesticides and other toxins that ruin the soil that their own food comes from. And rarely do we see native plants take the spotlight. Existing apps for this problem relentlessly extract people's data, which is a pretty unfair trade-off when people just want to plant. So we took a different approach with Green Garden. By just clicking through some really simple questions, you'll get gardening recommendations tailored to your land, wherever that land may be. So from sunny Costa Rica to chilly Russia, our AI-powered recommendations help you figure out exactly how to build your food forest, alternative lawn, or native plant paradise. We not only make gardening accessible, we put the power in your hands. As you guys are going to see in a bit, you could email yourself your printable results, and they'll be yours to keep, and we'll delete the data immediately. So that way, the only parasites that you need to worry about are the ones that are in your plants. See right here? As a plus, if you print your recommendations, you can just touch grass and go offline while you go green. Our Vercel-powered app enables us to take 100,000 users, like literally now. So in the future, we at Green Garden could build up this platform, and we could even go on to form seller and community garden partnerships so that we could bridge you with your community. So go grow right with Green Garden. Thank you.
S-tier pitch. S-tier pitch. Very, very good. Actually, this is the first demo that I opened up, just like scrolling through the emails earlier. And I told my mom, we were having a conversation. She was like, oh, I want to do something with the lawn. I was like, actually, there's an idea that came from the hackathon I think you would need. Excellent. Very good. Glad that you're able to keep the ethos intact and run it straight from Ecosia. Whoops. That goes
Thank
to show as
you.
well. Good pitch. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say, I hope your mom has a great time using the app and that this helps her out a lot.
Most certainly will let you know. And she's extremely non-technical. I had to give her a 5-minute instruction on how to use the radio in the car. So this will be a good test on finding out how user-friendly your app is. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. Chris, do you have any info about this?
Oh man, that was seriously one of the best pitches that I've seen at an informal hackathon ever. Like that was pro. I'm wondering if maybe did you specifically do this app for the hackathon? Was this an original idea, or was this something you were maybe kind of percolating on beforehand?
So the credit actually goes to my teammates for coming up with the idea. I'm the UI designer. I'm here on their behalf. And they came up with this idea specifically for the hackathon. 2 of my teammates, Ian and Isaiah, they are actually quite well versed in agriculture. And so this problem of misinformation leading to soil damage was something that they personally had beef with, which is what inspired them to come up with this app idea.
Yeah, like the user interface flow of it, the ease of use, it's very intuitive. This is a standout for sure. Good work.
Thank you so much.
Clap it up, clap it up. Bye bye. I don't know what I missed. I'm back. I don't know what was said, but I just thought of a feature that would be cool is maybe like if there is like a little indication on where people can find out how they can test their soil, like their soil pH, that kind of thing. And then also I was thinking, I don't know if this was already said. Again, I was gone for a second, but if there's like a little you know, a visualizer where people can take pictures of the dimension of their land and see like a little visual of what you know, what their ideal garden would look like. I think that would be cool. That kind of infringes, steps into like generative AI a little bit. So I don't know if there's a creative workaround for that, but it's a little something that came to mind.
Those are great suggestions. Thank you.
My pleasure. But anyways, excellent idea. Very excited to try it out and very excited to show my mom as well. Okay, now we got Farah du Matin. Farah du Matin.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, hi everybody. So myself, for the past years, I have the growing feeling that as human, we already have enough technology, knowledge, and resource to solve most of our problems. Yet, also as humans, we have this feeling that our individual action cannot make an impact. So that's why I created Forge, which is a tool that combines collaborative methodology of software development with the strategic tactics of consumer boycott. So what does that mean exactly? The page, the website function as a page where we categorize projects by the time they take. For each category, we have 3 projects that the community is going to focus on until it's finished. And this is the focus part. The other collaborative part is just like Git for the developer, where we can see the task, ask to join the crew, claim a task once you're done. So for example, if you can contact a council member, you can claim this task, or you can just buy native seed mix. When it's done, the project get put on a win wall with all the build logs and how it was finished. And you can copy the playbook to do it again successfully in your city. That's all. Thank you. I think I have more
You got 30 more seconds if you want to keep going about something. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the goal is really to eradicate this feeling of as an individual I cannot do anything, and also to push project to completion. So what we can see on the maintainer page, where you are for the one who created it, is multiple things like the build docs, the documentation, but also a way to step back from the project, because as human we cannot complete anything. With failure is also part, so we can name a successor and all of that for the goal of having a robust framework to finish everything. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Very nice. So I got a question. I really do love this idea. I love the idea of keeping like an open ledger of like an SOP for open build projects. Do you have an application used for this outside of software? I feel like initially it was like founded for software centric, if I'm not mistaken, but.
Yeah, the idea come like from Git for developer, which is it works basically the same way, but a little bit more complicated. What I did was use take some of the ideas and simplify it so everyone can use it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also I had more ideas for like how I see like game community finish the project, like more things I see locally. Also, I have links, so if you want to test, you don't need an account. You just need tokens. You can see, and I made another page that say like walkthrough. So if you don't have the time to test, you can just read through it, and it's gonna tell you like all the little details in like 1 to 2 minutes.
I low-key might use this for like what the hackathon project, like everybody's hackathon projects. It was something I could integrate very well into like what I would describe at the beginning of this this demo. So very cool.
Yeah. Also, I think like if like Laura said, if someone wants to like merge all of the idea about like collaboration, like we can completely do that.
I'm super open to doing that as well. I think that's something that we want to have in the HOPAMINE network and in the world as a whole. This idea reminded me of an organization I saw about this morning. I think it's called Foods Over Bombs or Bombs Over Food or something like that. Bombs instead of food. It's like they are.
It's Food Not Bombs.
Food Not Bombs. Thank you. Yes. Shout out to Food Not Bombs. Like what you had about like the open ledger, like SOP on how to participate, they have it. It's like completely decentralized organization where you can take like, farmers and producers and grocers that, get rid of their ugly produce, surplus foods, and then how to connect to food banks, food kitchens, soup kitchens. And they, from what I found, it was a creator, Chinese vegan, and she was showcasing that, one of their core tenets is that all the meals got to be, vegan centric. And they also have to hand out information in pamphlets, but they had essentially an SOP in a written documentation of how to follow suit when you are becoming a chapter of this organization internationally. So I thought that idea can translate to a lot of sectors. One in this network for the software space and how people ideate on their localized solutions, and then just two in terms of how to just have like a clear registry and a uniformity across ideas. So I really like the way that you approached it over here with your idea with Forge. So very good.
Thank you. Thank you for the initiative. Merci.
Avec plaisir, avec plaisir. Clap it up again. One more time. Yo, can somebody DM me their sound effects? Like, if you guys have sound effects, DM me. Oh my God, I have 33 DMs right now. I need to go through those first. But then after that, DM me your sound effects because I need to get sound effects. Okay, now we got Evan Kill, angry brackets, and yeah, angry face emoji. You got Evan? Okay, there we go.
Hello, can you hear me?
You.
All right. I'm very tired, so I'll try to make this quick. This is very exciting. This is our app called Rooted. So if I could just share my screen for a second.
Go ahead.
So while it's loading, Rooted is basically a community-driven app aimed to gear change. Right now, our society is kind of drifting apart. Maybe we're not as united as we would like to be, and this app kind of solves that.
Okay.
This app is, oh my gosh, I would love to show the demo, but this thing won't let me show my screen on Discord.
Are you trying from mobile or something? Is there?
I'm on my computer. I'm sorry.
No, all good. Just making sure that you have all the right permissions here. Yeah, you should be good.
It's okay. No worries. Take a little bit of time.
You don't have to have nitro because I don't think I have nitro.
No, you don't have to have nitro.
Okay.
If you need to take a minute and then queue up your screen, we can take the next person in the queue and then just bump you down a spot for just a minute if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, that's fine.
No stress, no stress at all.
No problem at all. I don't want you to feel stressed when you're doing your pitch.
I think I'm just loading.
Yeah, no problem at all, bro. Take your time, get it queued up, and then we'll put you through when your screen is all shared up. Not a problem at all. I just don't want you to be stressed when you're doing your live demo.
Yeah, you're good. Thanks.
If anything, yeah, text the chat as well. We're looking at the channel live, so whenever you're ready, just drop a thumbs up or say you're ready, and we'll queue you up.
For sure. Thank you.
Pleasure. All right, cool. Yo, in that case, now we got old Mackie Tarahawk. Sickest name of all time, might I say. Oh, Mackie Tarahawk.
Yes, sir.
Sick voice, too. My God.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Wu-Tang, first and foremost.
Big shout out.
And so, yes, sir. So yeah, really the tool that I took the time to build over the weekend was really an exploration more into the environmental racism that's happening like locally.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm based out of Chicago. As you know, like we have a long history of lining segregation. Wanted to see exactly what's happening at the environmental level, especially because now we're in the process of being like one of our first like quantum computers.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, I built this tool called Windy and Clear because we're in the windy city and we want to just track what's clear.
Very nice.
And so I mentioned on Sunday that it is the ground news for air. But see, the main thing is that we're on the ground giving you the real news about the air.
Mm.
So yeah, really the way this works, so Chicago is a city of 77 neighborhoods. You can choose your neighborhood through this dropdown, or you can put your zip code down. Really doesn't matter, but identify these different neighborhoods that have labels. So these are based off of city data.
Mm-hmm.
They're called environmental justice neighborhoods, meaning that they're the people do a lot of the pollutants. So really this project was a way of just consolidating all the data that was out there into a way that was most useful for the average Chicagoan.
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, if we look at Inglewood, so this takes a feed like every hour. It has a direct API to the now. So that's the US government's air tracker. But then also too, it does take a look at how do we look at this as far as health risk.
Mm-hmm.
So usually with the AQI, it doesn't really factor much health implications.
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things that I built that was new was really just looking at that piece, because one major detail is that, usually there are 4.2 million deaths per year attributed to some type of outdoor air pollution.
Wow.
And a lot of the times with the tools that we have with the EPA, it doesn't really give sensibility to the different pollutants that are out there. And so it'll give this health score, it'll give this AQI, but then below that, it'll recommend, is it safe to be outside? If you're in a sensitive group, what are things that you should be mindful of going out in the day? Especially like in Chicago last year, we had a lot of days where it was hot. We had like a lot of days where the air quality was just bad. Oh, also informs us exactly what's going on in the air, like what pollutants are out there. Then from there, it provides other community resources. So for instance, it'll pull up 311, which is our local like city hotline for, for any issues. A couple of things I want to add was just even like the crisis text line and even like a mental health line, just so that we can get folks resources to also self-regulate too. Because in a lot of these areas, not only are we not getting the level of consideration for clean air, but even to that too, I think mental health is also a big thing.
Absolutely.
And so in total, I really want to focus on making something that was truly, truly local, but can also be a framework for other major cities. And how do we look at, not just tracking the weather, but how do we make this local with the intention of having an infrastructure that we can source from science government. Because especially, at least in our administration, with the amount of funding that's going away and the like National Weather Service not having as many people working in it, we're just going to get worse and worse data. So there's at least the hopes some form of infrastructure so that we can at least get folks in place to do track these things and have them consolidate the information for us.
I love this. I love I think do you do social media too? I see you got the super profile tab open.
Yeah, so the funny thing about me, this is not even in my background. I mainly work in accounting and finance.
Okay, wow.
Do like fractional CFO work.
Yeah.
So a lot of this was really just an idea of, what's probably the simplest thing that could be built that someone can benefit from.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think the way I see this, pairing micro. Can you mute your thing while I'm talking? I just hear the feedback at the same time. But the way I see this applied, pairing like the mental health aspect to it too is if you can open this app and not only have the neighborhoods, one of the 77 neighborhoods that you live in, but also maybe where you work and then where your family stays. It can be a good way to keep tabs of how your people are doing during the day as well. And could be like, since you have the steps too of, hey, here's something that you can do to, make sure that the elderly are taken care of in terms of air quality, let them know, or set a reminder for them to maybe stay inside today if they can, have a properly ventilated area, or, stay by the water where there's more of a breeze, whatever it may be. The app suggests, I think it's a great way to like pair the social aspect of care with the environmental warning that you do get, and it's a great way to keep tabs on, having a mental note of remembering what the air quality is, and that's something that brings, something as important as air to the forefront of the group think within the city itself, and that informs people into finding ways to act. And you implementing that in the app, I think, is a really great way of going about it. I really just as you were explaining it, I was really just seeing it being like notification based, like thinking about like, hey, grandma's air quality, like, her neighborhood is like X amount today, remind her to wear a mask, or just like that little kind of thing that just serves as like mutual aid in software form that is informed by an environmental factor.
That makes a lot of sense, but I like that whole like social. It's like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's why I asked as well, like if you were doing social media, because I saw the super profile, and I'm like, in terms of like a campaign, that's the way that I would approach it. Is, first off, I think you have a great presenter voice, you got a great energy, and I think that's something that would really resonate with people. People are this is Exhibit A. We're all here building towards solutions of problems that we see worldwide. And I bet you that if this hackathon was 300 times the size, that we would still find the same percentage of people tackling interconnectedness for mutual aid, and the same amount of people that would look to get informed about community gardening and food sovereignty and these kinds of things. I think the density or the concentration rather of these issues does really scale up, and being able to tackle the social aspect of each one of these issues is the greatest, quote unquote marketing ploy, but more so distribution and awareness campaign. And yeah, if I were in your shoes, I would take advantage of the skills that you have in your communication and really double down on that. I think you got something good there.
Yeah, I want to add to this. That really inspired me. I now wrote down an idea for a Chrome browser extension that would prompt you with a button to email your local representative. And I thought that maybe if the AQI gets over a certain percentage, maybe there could be a little button that pops up that says, "Hey, do you want to notify somebody about this?"
100%.
I like it. My whole idea is really just to spark some type of civic engagement. Folks to like, you see these things, just go out and do something about it. Being able to pull together to do it.
Absolutely, and I think it's designed in its core principle to do exactly that, because you already see the ideas that's engaging, that it's invoking. So you're onto something with that. So congrats, and thank you for sharing.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure. All right. Who we got next? Who's up next? We had.
It's either Evan,
Oh, yeah.
if his screens is back, or then it's me.
Okay, Evan, are you ready to go? Wait, Laura, do you have a second one?
Yeah.
What? You're a solo and built 2 projects?
I'm actually on 3 teams, so if you want to disqualify me, that's all right. Just don't disqualify the projects.
No, you're.
Is that why you guys said that she was a cracked front end designer, because you're all working with her?
Yeah. What the heck? That's insane. Bro.
No.
Hello.
There's 2. Yeah.
Oh, is that Evan?
Yeah.
Okay, you're back.
I think I got it.
Okay.
I just restarted and I think it worked.
Okay,
so
sorry. Go ahead. Go for it.
All right. So, like I said, our app is rooted. It's our. Sorry, just trying to get it set up.
Okay.
Can you see this?
Yes, sir. See the whole screen.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, perfect. All right. Sweet. So, as you can see, this is rooted. You open the app to an amazing map of Montreal, right? When you see it has some pins, as the brown pin, which is your, excuse me, sorry. This whole screen is here. Let me just, 2 seconds.
Take a breather. You're good. No stress.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just got it restarted. Okay. So, right, you come in here, it's a full report of what is going on. This is more of a kind of stump, as we would like to call it in our app. We like to try to make it fun and friendly towards everyone. We see this as a community app, so everyone in the ages of 13 and up who can kind of, wants to make a difference can download this app. It goes back to the feed where we have the saplings. Saplings are our newer ideas where we can endorse and support until they grow into a full tree. So this idea is kind of just like showing the growth of the ideas, like where the traction comes from, trying to pull support from the community and create things into stumps, which are things that are resolved, right? Why do we want things to be resolved, right? Things get done that way. Obviously, the more stumps you have, the better. This is where your XP goes. This is where all your stats go. This is where we see where we can get our XP. And why is XP important? It's because it grows your tree. So it grows your tree by just doing daily things. I've already claimed my thing, so I can't claim it again for the day, but all these claims go to gift cards. Things go back to the community, like this guy's offering a $20 voucher to his farmer's market.
Yo, $20 goes a long way at Jean Talon Market, just so y'all know.
That's what I'm saying. And that can come from a bike ride instead of going on a bus ride, you know? Making smart decisions implements XP, which then you can get real world money and real world things for it. You know, that's the incentive. That's what we had, like that draw to it. So we're not just like cleaning up the earth, but you are actively getting rewards for it. We wanted to like kind of videoize the game, like make it fun, you know, make it like rewarding so people would actually want to keep up with it. We want to see things get done, so we made this app, and I hope you liked it. Thanks.
Nice pitch, nice work, worth the wait, bro. Good job.
Very much so worth the wait. I love the idea. I think that's also a great feature that can go into a unified project is, you know, we have like the SOP, right? The standard order of procedure. You've got the index of finding live projects. I think that the progress bar and the XP bar is a great way to go about it as well, just to showcase the motion, to showcase the activity and the you know, the magnitude that's going in behind these ideas as well. I like the implication. I think that's a really cool idea to have, you know, for bigger companies that are looking to be a little bit more community forward and community oriented, which I think is an inevitability from an advertising and a marketing standpoint over the course of 2020, late 26 to 27. And I think creating like localized partners and that kind of, in that sense, would be a great initiative and a great integration to that idea.
We want people to get back to being involved. That's what we want.
Yeah.
And that's in communities, and that's in government. And so we have future implications for this app that isn't just kind of like building gardens and stuff like that. We want to see it like grow and have more added by the community once it's launched, hopefully, or something like that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I love that. And I love that you went with Jean Talon as well, because Jean Talon is, for those that don't live in Montreal, like Jean Talon is like a, you know, it's a street, the most international street that you'll see of all time. You got, you know, Indian, Chinese, lots of Indian actually, Indian, Chinese buffets, African markets all in one strip. And then also, you know, downstream of that, you'll get like the open markets where we have, we have in Montreal, the biggest rooftop vertical farm in the world. And then across the street, we have, I went to go interview both of them actually. Well, not the vertical farm one yet. But the biggest interior agricultural co-op in the world, which was under the roof of the first rooftop winery or like wine farm. So Montreal is super huge for like green tech, agro tech, and Jean Talon Market is a place where like a lot of these startups within these incubators go and showcase and test their products as well. So it's a really good place to have that showcase. I just wanted to give some context around the idea, but yeah. Anyways, that's
for sure.
If these things translate to your city and your township as well, just in terms of thinking about how to, you know, scale your approach to
every city has a problem. 100%. See something, say something. You know, it's not going to get fixed unless you say something.
100%. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Appreciate it.
Nice. All right, Laura, round 2.
Okay, bonjour again.
Bonjour.
Alors, this app, the idea comes entirely from Luca. He's not here right now, but I did the build and he did the idea and the feedback. So speaking of taking action to tackle issues and, you know, reporting to your local officials, that's what Greenify is about. Can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So Greenify, it basically helps people reporting local environmental issues, whether land or water. Oh, Evan, sorry.
You want to mute your mic?
I muted Evan real quick.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry. So anyways, The app has reporting. It's not mainly aimed to be just a reporting app, though. It's to help moving the causes forward. So either through citizen coalition and action directly. Sometimes you just don't need to wait for your local municipality. You just go and fix the problem yourself. And sometimes you do. So the app, let's go in the app. Let's go demo mode. The app has different cases right now, and you can see people reporting the app, reporting an issue, for example, here. An admin will review to make sure it's not like just moderation layer.
Yeah.
So we'll just fast forward right now. Once it's approved, people can submit evidence, so they can go there. I think Luca came up with this idea because in Orange County, they were spraying harmful pesticides, and people were going crazy about it, but they didn't know what to do. So that way, people can sign on and share the case and basically organize together to put pressure on the local authorities. Once you push it and you have enough people to sign on, you can deliver directly to your local officials. It's a bit more technical app. It's a bit less fun than MyC, but you get like a record of everybody and their notes and their statement and their collective record, and you can send it to your elected official to get basically to put pressure on them so they can actually do something about it, you know. And once people are starting to implement a solution, whether it's people themselves or the local officials, it starts to be in the yellow color. So that's the idea with Greenify, is taking it from red to green. Once the solution has been implemented for long enough that it's a durable solution, it goes to green. Like I'm going through it easily right now. And on the map, you can see all the different open cases, but it's not about only the bad cases, you know, it's also about local solution that people can share, what has worked for them, and people can, you know, just support and learn from the community. And on your side, you just try to, there's multiple languages, it's not Spanish. Yeah. You can go and support the cases that you care about, and you know, add your statement, add some help, so you can offer help. You can volunteer hours or tools, or maybe you know about legal, and you can offer help and like all build together towards tackling the issues, you know. Like I think we're all been building towards that a little bit, which is see something, do something. So Greenify is all about that. And I think the best part about the app is mostly it's not the reporting. Reporting is great, but it's the bringing it up to the local authorities all together, because each submission basically takes the previous submission of everybody. So they end up with like 600 pages stacked. And hopefully that puts a bit more pressure on them, on the officials. That's it.
Thank you, Laura.
Yo.
That's really solid. I really like the mechanic of the progress bar. I think that's like a very important aspect of people noticing, you know, their real life and real world impact in real time. I think that's important for the morale and the encouragement. It's like going to the gym and getting to see a pump as you're working out and be like, okay, well, I can maintain this frame if I continue to work out. So I think that's something that translates to the online space very well. I want to encourage people to look at I just dropped the Chili app. They have a mechanic that's very, very similar to that, and their implementation is very interesting. Their like mode of operation is very centered around, they use AI to automate email sequences around appointed leaders and their appointed trustees within multiple sectors. So they essentially they'll scrape open registries for, you know, if I wanted to talk about the climate commission in Montreal or whatever, and I wanted us to talk about like water purification or whatever it may be, I can create a problem or create a campaign rather, an awareness campaign, use my social media as a funnel towards that, get people to onboard, and they, by dropping their email and their SMS, they get automated scripts that they can copy paste by message or by call if they want to like call and leave a message, to these appointees to put pressure on them, and then those appointees as seconds in command, so that if I were to get, the entirety of the HOPAMINE network, we've got 1,500 people in here to put pressure on making sure Montreal gets cleaner water, then all of us would not only have the right person to talk to immediately, but then also a sequence where we could message them daily, weekly, monthly, however much time you have, as well as the seconds and thirds in commands by email, by by SMS. And the one thing that they don't have is a progress bar towards how much pressure was put onto these people, which I think is a key component that they could definitely integrate. So I see a rise in idea. I definitely see a huge application for that idea, and that
that's definitely like the long term is to get like everybody's local officials, and that's a bit more long term than Hackathon, but we can use AI to just leverage massive action from the solar punk community.
Yes.
And anyways.
and outside of the solar punk community, this is one thing that I really want to harp on too. Like, a lot of these upskilling ideas, like I think like with any populist movement, we saw this with like the peace movement and the counterculture in the 60s and 70s. Like, it does come from hyper marginalized communities that do create like community organizations and these entities for sovereignty, and the campaigning of those things extends out to a larger populace. And then obviously we get counter propagandist campaigns that fight against those very same movements, but making it as easy, and not only easy, but making it the most obvious choice of action. I think is really the true determining factor around.
Honestly, the solar punk community for me is just like a vector of hope.
100%.
Because the mass people are like a bit jaded, understandably.
Yes.
But if you're in the solar punk community, you see, what it can be,
100%.
And the goal is just to make other people see it the same, and then they'll be in it without even knowing they're in it. But it's just the vision. I'm just grateful about this hackathon. I think it's really cool. I feel like a lot of people here, like, I found my people somehow after years of looking, and it's just really cool. Thank you.
Couldn't agree more. Very much. I say this all the time. Your vibe is your tribe, and I feel like we definitely found that common ground here today. So very grateful for each one of your contributions. And like I said, I love what you said. The solar punk community is a vector for hope. That's bars, in my opinion. But yes, I think. Do we have anybody else in the queue right now? Were you the last one to go? I'm scrolling.
Yo, I got a little product to share.
Okay. Pete Rango, go right ahead. The floor is yours.
What's up, bro? I don't know if you remember me, but we worked on that Gami project, and we kind of were coming to you for some stuff before. But
nice.
So hyped that. Yeah, man. No, just so hyped to see you do this. I was very excited to be a part of the hackathon. So yeah.
Pleasure. Well, nice to get reacquainted.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, let me just share this real quick. Hey, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. So this was originally Connor's idea, and Emma was also on my team. What we wanted to build is Anima Commune. Basically, this app will help you regenerate your space, your outside space, your garden, your front yard, whatever you're thinking about. So I'm going to do a very quick demo. You would hit analyze. You'd upload a picture of your garden. Let me see. Well, I already have the example going. So you name your garden, a couple options, and then your zip code. And then what that would generate is something like this. Let me go over to something that's generated. So this is the side of my house, and it gives me a regenerative score. It gives me kind of like a read of what it sees, and then the potential of it, right? So this is what it sees. This is some wildlife that I could support. And all of this is being sourced from a couple of different APIs in the back. One was the iNaturalist that somebody shared earlier. So we're definitely tapping into that. when you're onboarding your backyard, you also get to pick your goals, whether you want to do food harvesting or medicine and healing. If you want to help pollinators, whatever it is, you can also refine that plan on here. And then, yeah, there's another little feature we added where you could reimagine it. So once you've solidified your goals, once you've looked through your plan, and once you've looked at some of these plants that you might consider in your backyard, it would then go ahead and you can reimagine your backyard. So as you see, this is how it was, and this is what it could look like. And these are actually some like native Virginia flowers. I'm in Richmond, Virginia, so it detected that these are some of the native flowers that could help the pollinators. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the app in a nutshell. Wanted to make this easy way for people to learn a little bit about their natural local plants, a little bit about learning about the natural world, herbalism, ecology, your native plants. And then we're working on doing some sort of like, I don't know, library for you to learn from specific trusted sources. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Clap it up, clap it up. Very nice. Very, I like this. Yo, this time, okay, people are mocking for this one. Nice one. That's as good as standing ovation in the way I see it. But this is exactly what I meant. I don't know if you were there earlier when I was talking to the other, it was Laura's as well, right? We're talking about like using live generative so that people can envision what their garden looks like. And I think you implemented that like very, very well. My only concern would be like, I don't know if like token costs would be like, Chris would probably have a better perspective on this, but like token costs for generative AI, if you have that at scale, how much that would cost, in terms of like hosting.
If the users sign up with an account and they have accounts with the different apps, there's a lot of different free APIs right now that allow you to do inference. It's not as expensive as it used to be. It's definitely something that can be scaled, especially that like regen thing, and especially if you want to partner with maybe like a model creator or a model provider. They are looking to get their models out there and demo this kind of stuff. So there's definitely overlap and definitely opportunities for partnerships with something like this, especially if you're showcasing the capabilities of different models that are being trained all around the world right now. This is something where a lot of different companies could plug in pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, and the other thing was, you have models like Gemma that are running on your local, iPhone. So I'm pretty sure just in the next year, things will just get a lot easier to just generate on your phone locally anyways.
Totally agree with that.
You get what I'm saying? So just plug it in, and it's pretty cheap to just use like your own Gemini API or something like that. But yeah,
that's usually what I would recommend with apps that need any sort of AI inference. There's always Grok, not the SpaceX Grok, the other one, that offers a lot of different API calls. There's also all of Hugging Face. If everybody doesn't know about either of those two things yet, I would highly recommend checking both of those out. The Hugging Face API is kind of everybody's go-to and has been for a long time. But then there's so many others that you can plug into that can offer generous free tiers. And then after you get through with the free tier, you just have the customer pay for a subscription service to cover the costs. It's not as frictional as you might think it is.
No, for sure. No, again, thank you so much for the feedback and just for hosting this, man. It's been really awesome.
Oh, this is such a cool experience to see everybody's stuff. Like, this has been really, really rewarding to go through this experience tonight. And the feedback was also mostly for everybody else in the chat too, because I'm sure that you're aware of all those things, but everybody else in here can benefit from, watching what everybody's doing. And I'm watching the chat and watching how everybody's been just popping off tonight with their GitHubs. If you have a GitHub also right now that you want to share with other people, this might be a good time to consider dropping your GitHub, just your own personal GitHub or your portfolio or whatever it is that you want people to see. As long as we're still here in the chat, this might be a good opportunity to connect with other people. And don't be afraid to hop in any of the channels in the Discord and drop your code. It seems like a lot of people are willing to collaborate, interested in building after we score these and move on with with this project, but holy cannoli. I'm genuinely, sincerely not looking forward to having to choose a winner. This is going to be really freaking hard.
No, agreed. I was just about to say. And like, yeah, through all of this, like, again, extremely heartwarming experience. Like, this gives me HOPAMINE, seeing this take place, you know? So to have that, the energy of this, you know, project being reciprocated and very, very clearly seeing an extremely potent and clear feedback loop as to, you know, where the world is looking to head into in terms of an optimistic direction. And I know we're in our silo of, you know, solar punk and optimistic futurism, but the way that we have created such dense technical output in such a short amount of time, the vision behind these ideas, the sentiment and the willingness to pursue the craft and the efforts that, you know, are required and the skills that are required to bring these ideas to life just gives me nothing but assured hope that we are headed in the right direction and that building a future that we want our children to live in is an inevitability. So very, very much looking forward to, you know, deepening this feedback and, you know, continuing to help develop these projects as far as we can take them. Also, I think I'm going to drop in the either team matching or like a hack support or SOS help wanted. I'm going to develop, like, just set up an extension of that HTML page where we can, you know, drop our Gits, you know, projects, emails, that kind of thing. I think, you know, this is a project we can put up in the developer channel if anybody's interested in doing this. I'm seeing, you know, the interest in that. We can create like a little Discord, you know, HOPAMINE marketplace where like these projects are ready to be incubated. I mean, we're already all here, and just have this continued over the cycle of whatever idea, you know, gets the most collective interest. But I definitely
Adding on to that,
yeah.
I want to offer weekly office hours. If everybody wants to start coming together at a specific day and time, I've had that be very successful in certain communities in the past. So if that's something you guys are interested in, hop in maybe just the general channel or maybe even the team building channel here in Discord. If you want to start having more regular weekly calls where we take it off the text and to our voice, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm super down for that. And we can schedule, I could put it on the scheduled events list as well for when we can hop on and set those up. We're getting a good, healthy circuit right now too. We've got the book club that's developing in here. We've got a couple of people in there. If you're interested as well, finding some literature, we're going to be hosting some book clubs. I think the general Sunday calls as well. And then, you know, something around a tech build and a sprint and, you know, update on projects is a great way to expand on that network connectivity. So very much looking forward to that as well. Was anybody else queued up after that, or was that our final presentation?
Looks like there was somebody that said that they submitted, but it didn't maybe make it through. So who was that said that? Was that Evan that said that? Yeah. I told him
that was me.
Yeah. Pete, that was Pete.
Right.
Yeah, just send us a DM to make sure that we follow up on that. Mm-hmm. And if anybody else has any questions or concerns, my DMs are definitely open.
I think there's one person. Sorry, guys. Jaeger?
Yes. Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
Yeah, I could do a presentation. I joined a little late, so.
No, go for it. We still got.
Woo! How do I share my screen here?
Press the screen with the upwards curved arrow.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Open a second here. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I don't really use Discord. That I gotta quit and reopen.
No worries. Yeah, go for it. How's everybody feeling so far? Is it also, are most of the people here around like Central and Eastern Daylight, or like we East Coast on this side, or I know we're in Pacific as well.
Yeah. It's like midnight over here. Yeah.
Damn. Commit me. Yeah, okay, I'm the same. It's 1 a.m.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's 6 a.m. I can hear the bed.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, it's bedtime. Come
I
on.
was gonna say bedtime, but at that point, just thug it out, bro. It's the next day. It's just
Bro, what do you mean thug it out? You just die.
Bro, we gotta hit the hay at least for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we actually do.
Fair enough.
Can you
Like,
guys
it's
hear me?
genuinely bedtime.
It's so cooked.
Yeah, we can hear you, Jaeger.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, cool. So,
Uh,
all right, so if you guys can see my screen, my project was it's called Ripe. It's for people to sign up and offer what they have in their garden to their neighbors. So this is kind of the basic UI here. We have people kind of listing things. If you want to list something, you can add a photo, type in something what you want, put a price. You can put a porch or, give it to a neighbor. Maybe some corner houses want to set up a little booth. They're comfortable with that. You can set it up so that only a small radius could see it and not the whole neighborhood. So it kind of keeps it local. So a potential person who wants to buy your produce, they have to be in the neighborhood to see it. They could use Venmo. For version 1, we don't want to handle money. So it's all just person to person. To get a peach, peaches, we have zucchini, we claim this. You can claim it, type in a number, verify it. This is just a demo, right? Yeah. And you could do Venmo. This is connected to Venmo. If you open this on your phone, it opens up Venmo. You can add prices here, pay a pickup, and then it opens up, tells you where the produce are. The focus of this, I think there's a lot of apps out there. They're trying to do, community sharing and resources, but the problem with this is like if there's not enough people on it, people are not going to use it. They're going to open up the app and see, oh, there's not that much stuff going on. They're not going to adopt it. So that's the biggest problem for any of these apps to really make it. This is a big hurdle for all of these apps to solve. So for this app specifically, I'm thinking we focus on cities where there's a lot of already have a gardening culture, and we focus on neighborhoods who are already set up for stuff like this. We do pilot neighborhoods. We figure out what works, what doesn't work, and learn from it. And that way we can carefully expand. Because if you expand too quickly, people are going to realize, hey, this is not really working. Why should I even open this app? I'm not going to go on it. And then it's just dead on arrival. People are not going to give your app a second chance. So really careful scaling in specific neighborhoods, in different cities, and learning from that and growing. Because with AI these days, building is easy, right? So getting people to use your app is not that straightforward, right? Okay. So any questions?
No, I mean, you kind of tackled the approach I was going to go for it. Like, that's also what we want to offer in this, like, hackathon is like, again, like generations for idea or like come a dime a dozen. Not to dilute anybody's efforts in any type of way, but just saying like, we've lowered the barrier of entry for developing of software, so the ideas are more prominent and abundant. But yeah, the distribution of those and how we can acquire market share is really the next frontier for validating a lot of these ideas. And I think you got like a really robust like mechanism. It seems very seamless to be able to keep hyper localized, but again, the outreach, especially that's a long lasting paradox with marketplace apps specifically. You don't want to deal with a ghost town. What's it called? Sam Altman's first startup where he just like faked a whole bunch of marketplace numbers on an app that he had and just got a crazy valuation on that. But unfortunately, not everybody has access to that kind of venture capital where they can shuffle off, a non-user or an empty, vacant startup idea. And we got to make sure to find creative ways to implement these locally, which also encourages us to think hyper locally and how to immediately get real life local action, which is, going to be one aspect of what this rollout is meant to showcase and validate, is that like we have the ability to have the proficiency to make online solutions, but we have to make it old school and then learn from these counterculture movements that were fully analog and were able to still create like free community breakfasts, these organizations, these green movements, whatever they may be. So I think in terms of software, like you've created a very, very smooth on-ramp onto how to, like this to me feels like the PayPal of like local, I would even extend this to like garage sale. You know what I mean? Like I like that it's centered around food and community gardens. We also got to think of in the realm, and this applies to all the ideas, right? Like in the realm of making solutions that are community oriented, we got to think of where that bridge between software and IRL exists, where if we were to compile all of these ideas, you know, that's essentially like one screensaver full of different apps that do serve a very specific purpose and serve that purpose well and address those issues, but that doesn't aid the end user experience into having to take the mental bandwidth to like hop between these different platforms. So all of this is not a deterrent and not a discouragement of anybody's ideas, but this is just kind of like providing context onto how in developing these ideas where they exist in the real world. And again, I want to give like extended shout out to this idea. I really do like, you know, uploading your picture, adjusting your radius to strictly a neighborhood level. Like I think that this works really well, both in the suburbs and in like, you know, dense developments and that kind of thing too, from just like, you know, somebody growing thyme on or somebody having vertical farms in their apartment and you want to keep it to like just one block and people can walk up to your place, and phone number integration right away. I think there's that level of KYC, of know your customer, that keeps it safe, that keeps it easy to track, you know what I mean, where people are coming from. And I think it's a great, in terms of user friendliness and universal applicability, is really, really good.
Yeah, I you know, to add on what you're saying, I think the hardest thing is, you know, getting user base and getting people's trust, letting people know, okay, this is something that works, we can use it. And then, you know, Amazon started with books, right? They figured out that
Exactly.
books was the easiest way to start. And how can we do that for, you know, we want to do tools, we want to do mutual aid, there's a lot of things, you know, teaching each other, learning. We have so many things we want to do for like a decentralized, efficient green world. But
Yeah.
how do we get people to trust the platform? How do we grow the user base?
Yeah.
And my pitch is not really just like, okay, let's share produce, but let's use produce as a kind of beachhead
conduit,
to
yeah.
get people, yeah,
Yeah.
to get people to trust us, to get people to start feeling optimistic again. Like, hey, we can do this. We can help each other out. And then from that on, it's like a Trojan horse. You can add more features. You can add more services. You can build a community. But that first hurdle is like the hardest one to solve,
Absolutely.
right? So that's kind of way I'm approaching this with produce, because it's
Yeah.
legal 50 states. You don't need a license. Everybody, any place can do that. And you can add like cottage industries, like jams, fruit, little things that people make. But that's like city by city, right?
Yeah.
So, but with 50 states, with produce, this is easy. This is you know, there's no hurdle. There are no hurdles for this. As much as like selling food, like actual food.
Everybody needs food.
Yeah.
100%. Thank you. And that's like in terms of beachhead too, like that's, you know, for live action, like that's you're looking, we're in a beachhead talking about beachheads right now. You know what I mean? That's what the HOPAMINE network is all about. It's, you know, having the barrier of entry of like, hey, here's a vision of what the future looks like. Here's an opportunity to work towards it. And then that ends up being, you know, the on-ramp for people outside of the network to be able to be like, okay, well, I mean, fuck, there's clearly, you know, great ideas being worked on here. We can see that this is, you know, helping our lives in real tangible ways. So let's get informed about that process and, you know, find ourselves deeply entrenched about that.
Oh yeah, thank you for allowing me to present. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it. And I love your perspective. You're very, very grounded, and I think that, you know, whatever you work on, you're gonna find a very practical approach on, you know, bringing it to life, bringing it to fruition.
Right on. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Gucci. This has been super awesome. I'm gonna sign off and go to bed. It's my time.
100%. I think
fading.
it's a good time to. I think it's a good time to wrap it up. Does anybody else have anybody present? Anybody else presenting? I think we're slowly getting a drop off. We've got the last soldiers here, grasping onto consciousness as the night fades into day and day fades into night and noon fades into later afternoon. But yeah, I think we're all good on this side in terms of, right? Is anybody else? Was there anybody else? No? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Oh, wait.
No, I just want to say that thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the project, the instance. I really enjoyed this weekend, and I looking further to keep working with y'all.
Likewise. And I appreciate everybody's individual contribution. I'm looking forward to providing more infrastructure to bring us more together and making it easier. I'm gonna jam with V about building this repo where we can share and look at each other's projects a little bit more thoroughly. And I'm gonna update you guys about that. And just wanted to give you a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody that came through and participated. I'm gonna have a hard time judging and picking a winner out of these amazing projects. But very much looking forward to it nonetheless, and looking forward to seeing you guys in the network very shortly.
Yes. Yeah,
all right, take care.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Add me as a friend on
Cheers,
Discord
everyone.
if you can, guys. I'd love to connect.
100%.
Oh yeah. Wait, I never added you. What?
I don't know, Penguin. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I should have added you too. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Good night.
Wait, Molly, just out of curiosity, how many people like actually presented against how many people like submitted?
How many people presented? I think we had, I didn't count, but it was like probably 15, maybe 50. Yeah, it felt like 15, maybe less than, it felt like less than 20, about 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah, makes sense.
We had 57, I think 58 idea submissions. Final project submissions, I don't even have the number because we over filled the job form, so I have to split it over two. But I'm gonna make this tomorrow. Yeah, I think we had roughly around like 40, 50 ideas as well submitted. So we got a pretty high density, and then a lot of people, like today was a weekday. People got work in the morning. People got just like they didn't have a team as well for the final demo as well. So like there's a bit of that. But I'm gonna see how many final demos, and I'll drop that as well in the chat. But there was a pretty also, we didn't have much leakage in between like interest submission to final demo.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Like lucky because I mean I got my fitness communities and stuff. Like I've been debating like now that I've done a hackathon, right? And like now that I've like I'm like through with it. I might run a fitness tech one. So like I don't know if you got any like tips or anything like, or you got like any of the process frameworks that you've done, right?
Yeah, I made the mistakes, so you will have to make less of them for sure. Definitely DM me about that, and I'll if you got questions, I'll gladly help out. Chris is also super informed. Coffee Jesus he helped me a lot with this. Like none of this would have been possible without him, without Vishav, without Jonathan, without Ayman, without Christy. So shout out to all of them as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, because this was fun. This was fun. Also, like you get crazy talents every time you run these kind of things.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm glad that people are looking to build towards one network. Like we have, we have the ambition of building the upcoming project that me, V, and Jonathan are working on right now is building a bot that's like the connector on this network. So like /function/Zima. I'm looking for somebody that's doing X, Y, and Z. That's why we have like our intro sequence that asks you, you know what I mean? Like asks you about, what tribe you are, like, or what archetype, where you're at, what kind of project you're looking to work on, so that we already have all that data saved locally, so that we have just Zima come through and then scrape everything that's sourced locally. And then it has like kind of like a little bit of background on each person, and can go and connect people. We want to have that little mycelial touch to the network on the Discord, so that we can scale that up.
Myci plug?
Yeah, literally.
Yep, Myci plug.
Myci plug part 5, dude. Definitely.
Mawuli.
Yeah.
Mawuli, real quick. There's a couple bots of a few communities that I've been a part of in the past that are really interesting for this. There's Donut, which will like go throughout the community and like introduce people to have coffee with or like just meet, right? And then there's also gamified accountability bots that have been built in the past that are really interesting.
Yeah.
And those could be interesting still, because like one of the things is not only coordination between everybody, but like updating people, right, on like the things that you're doing.
Yeah.
So this accountability bot is really interesting because it aggregates everything into like a single Discord channel.
Nice.
And what you end up doing is asking 3 questions a day, right? you can gamify it in different ways. But yeah, we should talk at some point about it.
Definitely.
Definitely interested in just contributing.
Pete, do you reckon you could send me those lists as well? Because like I mean, I've been building my bots out as well. Like I've been like frameworking out something similar to what like Mawuli's doing at the moment. Yeah, so like like the whole like archetype and then like scrapes and then like builds out the network. Yeah, I was planning on that because like I want to try and manage my load better because like I'm planning to scale up my server to about 120K. So
Nice.
like it's yeah, like when you get to that number, it's kind of annoying with logistics. So like separating out like requires that kind of thing.
How many people you got in your server right now?
30K on my main one, 20K on the other one.
Fire! Send me the link to that. Let me view it.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thingy,
Same,
it's like
bro. Send it over.
Yeah, it's in my bio. It's called Paragon Fitness. But yeah, I've been redoing it. I put it as a 18+ server at the moment, so I can like kill it a bit and then like yeah, because I was dealing with about like thingy like 600 users a day, and I was like, right, I can't deal with like the load while I'm trying to rebuild like the whole thing from ground up. So like yeah, like it's currently like I've killed it a bit, so now I can like work on it. Yeah, and then like after that, I'll run the marketing plan again. Probably hackathons are definitely something that I want to keep in mind because like fitness tech as well, because like I can like I do like tech design anyway, so I can procure shit and like get partnerships like that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
good shit.
But yeah, something like slash commands you can just vibe code. Like it's very very easy.
Okay, so
what's your you've already got the bar in the server, so you're good at hosting. Are you like going like offline and stuff, or
like right now?
Like you're storing everything offline, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. Like it should be easy.
Okay, sweet. We'll definitely get deeper into that bag as well.
Yeah, definitely not today though. It's like 6 a.m. We tied.
Yeah.
Take your rest.
We're gonna
take your rest.
I got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm sleeping in the studio tonight for sure.
Yeah, dude, your studio looks clean.
Yeah, it's super dope, man. This is Dep Studio. This is a sign from like in Quebec we have these things called dépanneur. It's like a deli kind of. So it's like there's a whole Dep sign, and then there's here on the other side, there's a Dep fridge we filled up with plants.
Dude, my one of my leaders, like who I like let run the server under me, he's also from like Quebec.
Oh, nice! Shout out.
He's like Montreal based. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, we had a Montreal based founder tonight.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
But great stuff. Oh, let me close the YouTube stream real quick. Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube.
Damn, I ratted myself out on the YouTube live. Fuck.
Nah, y'all good? What you mean?
It's all good. It's all good.
But
yeah, definitely we'll talk about this. Like,
yeah, 100%. Let's get like I added you back. I added both of you guys back, Pete as well.
That's it.
And let's jam it up. I'm gonna go through like all my DMs and stuff that I haven't tended to after some good rest, and we'll get straight to some jamming.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I need to get back into like coding the bot. It was cooked. I accidentally built like a predictive policing system, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta go and talk to the ethics boards on that."
Yeah, it's like bro's building a mini Palantir.
But it was bad. Yeah, I got like 3 offers from after. It was like it was cooked.
Damn.
Yeah, never taking that.
No, fair enough. But that's
yeah, we HOPAMINE.
Yeah, for sure. HOPAMINE coded. Hey man, we gotta make like that's the thing too with this kind of network. Like I'm, you know, like I've studied the insurgencies of like, you know, counterculture movements and stuff. There's a lot of I've studied propaganda like quite thoroughly.
Good shit.
You know, and there's a lot of propaganda that, you know, like movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where there's scenes where the hitchhikers get killed first, is a programmed piece of propaganda to like to kill the sense of mutual aid in community. Whereas like now you see this and you approach with this sense of skepticism, you know, when trying to help your fellow. So it's like there's a lot of these attacks that are, you know, we gotta account for in advance. But I feel like this time around, you know, as much as the surveillance is like prominent, you know, in the digital space, we do have the ability to localize our technology, to localize our infrastructure, and really develop in a thorough and concise way. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Now that we've got like a lot of the upper hand on like tech dev, like it's very easy to just go back and like redesign stuff. Like for grassroots operations, especially, like it's
100%.
much easier for us than like any like big institution.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I think one edge too that these grassroots operations are gonna have is like once they start going on chain and go like, I still think blockchain is an infrastructure, like Web3 is an infrastructure that we still haven't utilized to its greatest potential. But you know, having full transparency and open ledger around finances, around governance, around you know, like the SOPs again, I think that these are things that
that SOP one was good.
I fucking love it. I really like, and again, that's like when I said at the beginning of this project, I was like, I read the list of ideas. I read every single idea, and I was like, a lot of these are going to be overlapped. Like a lot of these are going to be like, you know, waterproofing one big network. And oh yeah, I'm gonna turn off the YouTube. Thank you.